Pregnancy is one of the most wonderful experiences for a woman. However, if one gets pregnant as a result of rape, casual, unprotected coitus, or failure of contraceptives used during coitus, it could turn out to be a harrowing and distressing experience. Under such circumstances, many women opt for medical termination of pregnancy, or MTP. Also called induced abortion, MTP is the intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before full term by expulsion of the fetus from the mother's uterus. Doctors might also recommend MTP if a woman is suffering from serious medical conditions such as heart diseases or blood pressure, because continuation of pregnancy could prove fatal to her. MTP is also advised if there is a possibility of the child being born with severe physical or mental disability. Estimates show that nearly 40 to 50 million women opt for MTP every year worldwide. And in India, this figure averages 6.7 million every year. However, when India was a newly independent country, the laws concerning abortion were restrictive, and abortion was permitted only if the continuation of pregnancy could prove fatal for a woman. Things started changing during the late 50s and 60s, when demographers raised concerns about India's spiraling population. They started pressing for liberalization of abortion laws, which they thought could help lower the birth rate. The demographers' calls for liberalization of abortion policies found support from doctors who were alarmed by rampant illegal abortions. To address the situation, the Indian government formed the Shantilal Shah Committee in 1964. Acting on the recommendations of this committee, the Indian government passed the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act, 1971, that paved the way for liberalized abortion laws. The MTP Act states that an abortion can be carried out only by an approved doctor. Moreover, while the opinion of one qualified doctor is sufficient for pregnancies of up to 12 weeks, for pregnancies of more than 12 weeks but less than 20 weeks, the certification of 2 approved doctors is essential to conduct an abortion. This is because an abortion of up to 12 weeks of pregnancy is far less risky than one carried out for a pregnancy of more than 12 weeks. However, abortions of pregnancies beyond 20 weeks are prohibited under the MTP Act unless the pregnancy poses a threat to the mother's life. The MTP Act has made it easier for women to opt for medical termination of pregnancy. However, experts claim that illegal abortions, including sex-selective abortions and abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy, are on the rise. To reverse this trend, people are being educated about gender equality as well as the health hazards associated with illegal abortions. They are also being educated about how to avoid pregnancies by using contraceptives such as condoms and the pill. Condoms can also protect young people from a plethora of diseases and infections such as gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, and HIV. collectively known as sexually transmitted diseases or STDs, or venereal diseases, or reproductive tract infections. These diseases are contracted through sexual contact. Incidentally, certain diseases such as hepatitis B and HIV can also be transmitted by sharing injection needles and surgical instruments used by infected persons, blood transfusion, or from an infected mother to the fetus. Different STDs are caused by different pathogens. Chlamydiasis and gonorrhea, for instance, are bacterial infections. Trichomoniasis, on the other hand, is caused by a microscopic one-celled protozoan called Trichomonas vaginalis, whereas HIV, the most dangerous of all STDs, is caused by the human immunodeficiency virus or HIV. In most cases, people suffering from STDs show symptoms such as itching, fluid discharge, swellings in the genital region, as well as pain during sexual intercourse. However, the symptoms aren't always obvious. In fact, most people don't show any symptoms of infection during the early stages of the diseases. Moreover, when symptoms become obvious, people avoid seeking medical opinion for fear of being stigmatized. One should, however, not forget that timely detection and appropriate treatment can make a person completely free of most STDs. However, there are a few exceptions like hepatitis B, genital herpes, and HIV infections that cannot be cured. Moreover, timely detection is the key to prevent STD-related complications such as pelvic inflammatory diseases, abortions, stillbirths, infertility, or even cancer of the reproductive tract. Did you know that STDs, which are widely prevalent in people who are aged between 15 and 24, can be prevented if one takes simple precautions such as using condoms and avoiding sex with unknown or multiple partners? We are responsible for our own health, and simple things such as the use of condoms can keep STDs at bay.